Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to the Darts Review channel. You probably don't remember, but in April 2020 I did a review on the Condor Axe all-in-one stem and flights. Now the stem and flights that I used in that video are these ones. I'm still using them after well over 2.5 years now. I'm really amazed that they've lasted this long, to be honest. When I did the video, what I was doing a video on was the updated version of the Condor Axe. Previously, when they first released them, people were having problems with them, and the problems that they had when they first came out was there was snapping where they joined into the barrel. And the newer version, which was these at the time, they had a shorter thread and a gap between the thread and the bottom of the stem, and that seemed to solve the problem of them snapping when they hit the floor. Now, over the 2.5 years I've used them, they've hit the floor a fair amount of times. Every time they hit the floor, I kind of winced, expecting them to break, but they didn't. But one thing I did do after the video is I replaced the points on these particular darts. And I put some Harrow's Apex on, which have got the cone, and what that did was eliminate the lip on the nose of the barrel, so that allows the dart to go more smoothly when it goes over the flight. So I think that's definitely been a factor in making them last well. But I was a big fan of the zero stress flights before that. And the problem with the zero stress is that they're so flexible that sometimes you would get weird deflections. But the Condor Axe, although there's still a little bit of flex to it, it's a lot stiffer than the zero stress. So it's kind of eliminated that problem with deflections. And overall, for me, I think they've been working really well. Now, there's hardly any problems with them. There's some like nicks on them, but I've had poly flights that I've used in a much shorter time span with a lot more damage than that. So like I say, I'm really impressed with how well they've lasted. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you a close-up of them, and then I don't know what I'm going to have to do after that. I might get rid of them points, put the other ones back in, and see how long they last with a barrel with a lip on. I don't know. But one thing I will tell you is somebody recently told me that they think that Condor have changed the material and they don't think they're as durable as what they used to be. Now, I can't confirm or deny if that's the case. It might be just that they got a duff batch, or maybe they got a bit unlucky. But this is the set that I've been using for over 2.5 years, and in total, if I work it out the amount of time I've used, it's probably around 20 to 30 minutes a day. And sometimes I've took them off and put them in a different dart and thrown them with them. So to me, they've just been brilliant flights. I'm really impressed with them, and I know they were expensive when they first came out, and I think they're still around about £8 a set, but if you get over 2 years worth out of them, it's probably worth it. And since I did that video, quite a lot of people are using them now, and quite a lot of the pros are using them as well, so there must be something good about them. So let's have a closer look at them. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what the state of the flights are now. I've turned down the exposure on the camera a little bit because these are white and it's a little bit hard to see with the lights glaring on it, but you should be able to see that there's some like little nicks there, but I have used these for over 2.5 years, but it's very minimal damage really. Little nick on the side there, but there's some roughness to that, as you would expect from there. But I've had poly flights that have been damaged a lot more in much less time. So there you can see just some little marks, and obviously you see the lines where the darts point scrape along the flight. But like I mentioned, I did put the Harrow's Apex points on, so that gets rid of the lip on the barrel, so that definitely helps. So if that lip was still there, you might have seen more damage, but I have sometimes taken them off these particular barrels and put them on others, like I mentioned, and there you can see a little bit of a nick there. But on the whole, they have been really good for me. I can't promise you we're going to get the same results, but I know a lot of people that are using them now, so, and a lot of people do seem to like them. But like I always say with things like this, it's a case of trying to see something works for you, and if it does, then great, but ultimately only you can decide, and obviously the only way you can do that is by testing them out yourself. But for me, I'm really pleased with them and very impressed, but I can't confirm or deny, like I said, whether they have actually changed the material. So if anyone who's been using them recently thinks that they've changed, then let us know in the comments, because it's always helpful to hear other people's feedback. But there you go, that's my update on the Condor Axe all-in-one stems and flights. Thanks for watching, I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.